My F-Light weighs 47 pounds empty, and as you can see, it's really easy just to sling this over your shoulders and attach everything. Something I really enjoyed. This is an e-start only, and the primer bulb and battery on-off switch are just on the frame on the right side, close to the body of the unit, so no fear of your hand wandering off into the propeller. I started to start my paramotors on my back about a year or two ago. I had too many horror stories I heard about. This is a real easy unit to do that, especially in this case. The cage webbing is really pretty minimal at best. It's really easy for parts of your body to slide through that if it happened to get away from you if you started this on the ground. The engine comes broken in from Nirvana, so there's nothing you have to do on the ground before you fly. Just refrain from any constant high RPMs or constant climbing for the first 10 hours. Running and launching in the F-Light is pretty easy. It's a real minimal harness, so no problems there at all. One thing you do need to do is really get this harness adjusted to you. I had to do this a few times until I really felt comfortable. I don't even think I have it fully adjusted to how I like it, but it's about, I'd say about 80–90% there. The first time I flew the F-Light, I immediately noticed the vibration from the back plate, much more than I'd experienced before. I had the mini plane, then I had a Kangoo, both with the top 80. This had a lot more vibration. Some people may not think it's a big deal. After I got the back pad, it really was a lot better. Again, the seat also had minimal padding when I first got it. I got a little bit of a fatigue right underneath my legs. After I put the padding on, it was much better, and at that point, there was no worries. In the air, the F-Light is very maneuverable. You can customize this to how you like it. I do a lot of paragliding, so I really like a lot of wake shift, so you can do this more or less just according to your taste. Really nice in the air in that respect. Very much of an open, free feeling flying this paramotor. Again, very minimal harness. It's really quite nice. It took me a little bit to get used to it because it was so different, like anything. But after a while, I started to really enjoy it. The F-Light at this point is still pretty new to me. My impressions are that it's really fun to fly, very maneuverable, but in a long cross country, I'm not so sure it would be as comfortable as, say, being on a Super, Dudek, or APCO harness that has a lot of nice padding. When I recorded this video, I was the first flight in my Ozone Spider. I had about almost 10 hours on the paramotor. It was running very nicely. I'd had 3 previous engine outs. I thought I had it fixed. I had an hour flight before this one and had no problem. So I said, great, I've got it all figured out. Things are going well. In all the previous engine outs, the engine would just be running wonderfully. The temperature would be fine. No hints of any fuel starvation. And out of nowhere, I'd go from really nice to total silence. Almost like the kill switch was just hit. So on this flight, even though I really think the problem has been solved, in the back of my mind, I'm still looking for those emergency landings, even more so than one normally should. And sure enough, out of nowhere, I get that same silence again, right about here. Okay, so now I'm used to this. I'm not surprised, I'm not shocked, I'm just really disappointed and very annoyed at this point. But I've got a place where I can land. I'm looking at a big old horse ring, and I just head for that. Gary is flying with me again. He's probably expecting me to call him like usual. So, Gary, come pick me up. The good news, yes, it's near a street, and it's also near a mall. So after I landed, I met a really nice lady who owned the property. She graciously let me out of her gated area. She was very nice about it. Obviously, some people may not be, but like I said, I've gotten used to this. It's nice to know that my emergency landing skills have become a little bit better, not by choice. There is another paramotor pilot in my area that, in his own words, has not had a lick of problem. So something in my engine electrical system, who knows what. It's back at the dealer. The status is still unknown as of this taping, so we'll see. Okay, so now this is present day Lou, and you know the rest of the story. It did go back to the dealer, but it stays with the dealer, and I'm looking for a new paramotor. But I hope this has been helpful. Again, a lot of great qualities to the F-Light. Perhaps you're looking at it, and if you have any questions, I'll try to answer it. Otherwise, certainly a paramotor to consider. Maybe I just had a lemon in this case. Take care. Thanks for watching.